We're gonna get this number. I'm at list 4. Okay, that should be fine. My throat's a little bit tingly right now. My throat has a slight tingle. Like, I've used it wrong for a while now. Don't know what that could be about. But, when it comes down to it, the basic stick of it is that we're playing Mars Soldier 6 today. So we're gonna play Mars Soldier 6 and logistics. Mars logistics. Logistics. Other than that, I did build something while you were away. So that's the thing. And we're gonna use that something. Hide it. So I built this. I built a little something while you were away. Let's see. Steam is telling me about stuff. Either way, this is my little drone. Actually does pretty well for what it is. I do believe, yeah. So what we're doing right now is we're gonna make, I believe, a power line. Yeah, a power line between two different spots to get spiked wheels. A lot of stuff showed up in the background without you guys, a lot of missions. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, a lot of side missions. So we can deliver a matter orb to this jurisdiction that we're currently in to get a large fuel tank. Not really the priority right now. There's a magnet for a spear dispenser, which ain't all that bad. A paint can for a gravity dispenser, which is pretty good. The power line for the spiked wheels, which is our current priority, because ice stinks. I mean, like, the physical ice, like, on the ground. The current frosty floor stinks a lot. As far as other subjects, that's different. Let's just move on with day. Electromagnet for gravitational, an anti-gravity device, and then an ice cream cone for a monster wheel, which is our second priority. So we're going to be dealing with the ice cream next, and then we're going to be dealing with the spiked wheel first, because ice in this game is a real hassle. Okay, when we're talking about the actual frost, it stinks in most jurisdictions. There's not really a great way to actively speaking deal with it. And I'm going to take another drink of my stink lemonade. And the second reason I'm sorry, the lemonade's getting my tongue. The second reason I'm building the power line is so that I can use the Theite, because this is specifically designed to be a Theite-based drone, so it's built to, actively speaking, rely on using a Theite primarily, so let's switch to power lines. Nice and slow. Now the main problem is, of course, that when the Theite activates, all controls turn off. Which is the primary problem that we will be facing. Thankfully, this thing also has grappling hooks to somewhat mitigate consequences. Why the heck did that happen? Because I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Okay. There we go. But yeah, I got 2 extra large containers, so that should help with that whole problem. There we go. Of course. I mean, burns through fuel slowly, which is my main priority. I was trying to get it to burn through fuel slowly so that it could... There we go. So that it could go further. There we go. Okay. Too far away from connecting circuit? Okay, handled. Probably actually should try and prioritize going over there. Yeah, that way it's close enough to that thing that I can actually, like, rely on going to that bridge. Also, I have a laser beam. A mining laser. I can't see it through the actual, like... Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But that's also my landing gear button, so... Okay. Try and get back up there. Okay. Let's use landing gear for its intended purpose. Oh. Probably even, like... Yeah. I'm probably gonna do that. Okay, that is way too far. Mm. Okay. Anywhere nearby that I could just teleport to get... There we go. Go. Okay. Way too far, way too far, way too far, way too far. I completely got inverse control for a second. Yeah. Like I said, way too far. go indirectly, it slows it down just enough that I can just figure out where the 500 mark is. And is there a close nearby gas station? Yes and no. Actually, technically, I could just hotwire this. Probably will. Yeah, no new side depth. I'm pretty sure this is last. Just gonna go for this. From here on, I think I can actually use the vehicle, but meh. Uh, I can literally see. Wait. I can literally see where I need to go. Get this done. Oh, you know what? No, good. But I'm running out of fuel really quick here. Pretty far from fuel sites, so. It is what it is. Okay. I'm gonna just dip it and kind of go back. I don't know why it's, oh, you know what? Okay. There we go. Okay. I guess it's because, like, I'm low on fuel, it's actually causing the weight to drop. I think the biggest irony here that I could have done this. And boom, full fuel. Okay, this should be spike wheels right here. Okay, I misunderstood the objective horrifically. That was not in fact spike wheels, but that was a shortcut. Okay, so... How did I do that? And what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna go back to fuel. And we're ready to go. Okay. Only 13 miles of Ford left to go. unfortunately no gas tank here. But I do know places where there are gas tanks, and I can just teleport right back here. So awesome. Full clap. Gas. I don't know what I was about to say there. Okay. Full gas tank. Let's go. How far out? There we go. I guess if I had like the springy, the pneumatic pistons, it might be easier to launch. If I'd use that as landing gear instead. Such is life. I might be able to get past. No, it wouldn't be that much easier. Makes sense. It's kind of a funny idea, but no. No. Went too far. I tried. Not that hard, but I tried. I just wasn't cooperating. Almost there. Okay. Let's see. About there. That it? No. Yeah, so that's pressure if I can get gas there. Not eat. I'm not gonna complain all that much, but like, not really what I was doing right now. Almost perfect. Ten more runs now. So that I'm not really trying to be optimal about it, so probably a little bit more than that. going back for a little bit more fuel. Okay. That should be that. Thanks. Do that. Okay, it should just be useful here because, like, I'd like to spare thrusters, or like just use more powerful thrusters maybe for these moments when the fuel's like almost out, and then you run into like other moments where it's like I don't really need all that much thrust. Like all I need is just like a little bit of fuel. Not a little bit of fuel, but a little bit of thrust. Not too much thrust, because I don't want to actively speaking like go over my target. Trying to precisely hit like 5. Whoa, 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 there, Buster. I need some of that stuff. Okay, let's see what we got here. Closest gas station, technically where I'm going, but unfortunately I don't have that thought, so. Could be more efficient with that placement, but yeah, that should be more efficient with that placement, but yeah, actually, now I'm talking about it. Uh, literally have drunk enough lemonade. So we're not. Ah. Okay, so I only made it 30 minutes in before I needed to go to the bathroom for a second time today, so that's so nice. But at least I got spiky tires. Okay, so we've got spiky tires now. I'm guessing provides extra grip. Shock and surprise versus all-terrain tires, which don't provide extra grip. I'm off to the bathroom real quick. So I'm gonna do that. Don't like going to the bathroom in the middle of the screen because then I have to cut it out later. So, we're gonna have to mute the mic. That was interesting. So we've got our spiky tires. Tires, I'm guessing, are good for driving on ice, which, for some reason, the all-terrain tires aren't. I'll let that be for now. We're gonna move on with how expensive. Oh. There. How expensive are these sinking tires? $830 versus $400. Thankfully, we have a bit of funds, so we can spend some on this. What's the size one? I mean, that's not really all that good of a comparison, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty big. I already have this design saved, so it's not really all that troublesome to just replace it. Let's say I want to do it with Carabiner. Not all that much bigger. I think it even fit in the same spots. I probably want 4 monster truck tires. And past that, a lot of these, I'm probably going to be fine with the one that I get, except for the fuel tanks. I'm going to want a few fuel tanks, so that I can replace the fuel tanks that I already have. But I can put on 4 to test the utility of them. Optimally, I get 6. Which I could afford, but then I'd have to play a hard game there because the medium fuel tanks cost $550, which means that they're going to cost very close to, and yeah, I've got 4 of the medium fuel tanks now because they started off with 2, so that means that they're going to cost pretty close to 1,000, which means I need to have at least 4,000. And again, I'm going to want to get 4 monster truck tires, so that's going to be its own little interaction. But yeah, let's see what we got here. At least it's got an actually integral design. I can definitely feel the spare traction. So we're going to focus in on the ice cream. That is the next priority. Is the delivery point. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna switch over to cup holder here. Cup holder. There it is. Since I'm switching over to cup holder, just gonna flop these on the cup holder as well. Boom. And that'll be good. Okay. Okay, so... what if I do? Yeah, make sense. Pretty sure I can just, like, move these separately, so I'm pretty good with that. I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna put the cone in first. That's obviously the priority here. Well, I don't know, but... I'm gonna let the ice cream explore in places that will be hard to retrieve later. Of course I am. Should be fine, actually, for this. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all set. I feel like this would make more sense to start off with the red flag guy. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff over here. Yeah, I'll try and remember the spot. In fact, if I had like the Fiat, I might be able to beat the market, but unfortunately I can't. Okay. Oops. These ice tires are great in so many ways. They're just like... It's so hard to get knocked over with these. I'm noticing, because they have such a big surface area at the bottom. That's not the intended purpose, but like... I don't really mind that it's not the intended purpose. Anyway. because it's difficult does not mean that I will not find a way. Okay. I'll say that it is hard to get uphill, seemingly, so that might be a problem. There we go. Yeah. Let's get it. Okay, that was the opposite direction. For the setting to go. So this time, I should be able to go the correct direction. If I repeat the exact same actions, just in reverse. Why am I like this? Like what? That one. That one. Okay. What the crap was that? That was me. I want my grapple up failed for some reason unknown. Again, that is where input sensitization would help, because I don't know if that was actually a load problem, or if that was actually, like, me forgetting to, like, hook in one of those things pieces of crap. Oh, whatever. Okay. Turn off the back things. Good. Kinda useful point not to have them on. Instantly rocked up zone. Okay, this guy. Okay, so this guy. Lock on. There we go. 50. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. 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 Almost there. Almost to my monster truck tires. Oh, well. What in the world am I looking at there? What's the purpose of that? Monster wheel. So, like... Okay. The whole whole point of me getting the monster wheel was so that I could have a bigger stinking... whatever. Maybe with... Maybe. Yeah, it does, actively speaking, increase the space, so I could use that there. Gosh, it's expensive. 3 of those. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. Gotta be honest. I think that one's good. Like, if it was actually like monster truck shaped, meaning like monster truck tire shaped, thinner on the width than the height or the diameter, then it probably would have been like better. But I don't know about that. That's just a stinking sphere. It's a sphere. But I know it's supposed to be a monster wheel, I guess. The whole point is supposed to be like a novelty thing, but I was actually hoping for something that was useful in like covering up some of these parts so that I could have like a device that actually like is contained within the tire. It's also ignoring that like kind of goofy design. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and I can get screw dispenser, which, and about that. Large fuel tank, which would be a little bit more useful right now. A gravity suppressor, which would be interesting, and a Mac electromagnet. This would probably be the quickest, but most useful would be this one. The main problem is that I need to get it out, so I actually have a plan to do that. Which I started off camera, but basically my plan, and it's mainly just like testing the drone's ability to like build roads. But then I need to just like, go all the way over here. Boom. That should help with the majority of the problem. Really, I just gotta get it up the hill after this, which I'm pretty straight line to do. Inbox-wise, I don't think there's any new blue things. Nope. No new blue. Because I think that the majority of the parts that are, like, loose, that are left, I actually have in side missions right now, so I just need to complete my side missions, and then I can probably complete the game after this. At this point, probably should start Dark Souls, I think. That'd probably be the best next option, if not completing Hollow Knight, which I've needed to for a while now. That's ignoring the other ones that I've dropped and not gotten back to, like Satisfactory. That's gonna be pretty good to get back to. Like, I'm trying to effectively get, like, that. There we go. Don't know what's causing glitchy camera. Probably should actually raise it up that instance. I could try and raise it up there, which could be a thing. So there is a gas station over here. Yeah, I think that's about what I can do for that. say sometime later. And, okay, so if I go through there, I can, like, go there to there, and then how do I get up there? I think I can just go up. Just in case, we want to start at the highest point, just so that I can check out the situation. So, download spot is down from here, which is not that bad, but I do want to make sure that I can actually see the path. So, we're going from so yeah, some paths carving may be in order. So I can go from there to this section, but may have gone a little bit higher than I intended to. Like, I think I can make a road from here to there, especially if I, like, not to be, like, graphic about it, but harvest the resources from the sector. So if I go... that should be a whole lot of resources right there. Not too much, but, like, enough. Then what I can do is I can transport over here. I can start going over here. Probably with a little bit more of a twist like that. Yeah, try and get it to be like a little bit more oriented around where I care about. Up there. And then... I'll probably do. Hook. Myself up there. This is the goal. We want to get here. We want to get here. Okay. So. That was Stupid Kingdom Come. And functionally speaking, this should have just been a, like... You. But no, it can't be that simple. It has to be like a whole... Like, why? There we go. So all I need to do is take the path now. And I should be set. And also, like, get out of the mud pit, which is a problem. But anyway. I kind of want to try a different build for this, but, I mean... Did I have, like, a... No, I didn't. Man, I thought I had, like, a hollow cone or something. Maybe this? No, this don't. That's a dumb dome! Don't be dumped by the dome! Okay. I'm back. Okay, so we're gonna get a large fuel tank now. I got 2 brain cells in my skull, which, I mean, maybe this is the use of the monster truck wheel, but I don't know. But I'm not buying monster truck wheels. I'm pretty sure I can spend a little bit more on spiked tires. Because so far they seem to actually be doing the trick. Oh yeah. Now this is that first brain. Response. There we go. Oh, come on. That should have gone in. I would have too if it wasn't so rocky. Man. If it wasn't so rocky. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. I don't know how funny, but hey. Just here, I got some good stuff done yesterday. What is it, Philip? It's supposed to compress. I think Runer's crying. There we go. Apparently, all that it needed was a little bit of rendering time. I don't know why. Oh. Oh no. Of course. There we go. There we go. It ain't got all that much tug, but it's got, like, enough to get things done. Okay. Yeah, I gotta take this. So, okay. Okay. Let's go. So implement. Just so that we don't end up with problems. Don't need. That is the thing. I do wish that you just had lights that you could turn on and off. Signal whether or not a certain signal is going on. My anger at the driving controls right now is quite something. Oh my goodness. There is another reason why I'm pissed off. That is so not what I meant to press there. No. I'd really like to be able to see. I'm so dumb. This is why they're called bad physics games. Why they don't have a good rap. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. It's trying everything it can just to keep me underneath this stupid, stinking pillar. How? How is every direction that I go is impossible, according to you? I could see one direction that should be literally possible. See? Okay. No, actually. What's this? How is it? That the spiked tires that have more control than every other tire can't drive straight. And why is it almost flipping? I mean, I understand that there's a certain amount of the ball inside thing going on. This is again getting a little ridiculous. Thank goodness I made a flipping road, because if I hadn't, I don't know what would go on, because this is just ridiculous again. And with that, like, simplistic, easy. I could look away from the screen on occasion. Not anymore! No! That's a mistake. I can't even get a drink of it. It is what it is. Of course, this doesn't really have all that much thrust. I don't think it'll fail. Yeah, it's gonna fail on me. No, it's just gonna go slower. Okay, I'm fine with that. As long as it doesn't fail. It's not even loading the floor, the pillars. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got distracted looking for pillars. Because there aren't any. Another part of the reason why it's failing is because it's got the mass thing. My gosh darn, I just think I can get a W switch on this thing so that I don't have to... whatever. You know, it'd be nice to be able to switch this to neutral. What's the paycheck I'm most getting with this? 2,000? That's a lot of good stuff. That's a lot of good stuff. Nothing really. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Take the middle of the stinking road and it should be fine. Actually, no. No, I'm gonna do a lot of climbing in this next section. I would severely appreciate not having to deal with that without some other measures. Let's hope that this sticks. Okay, it seems to be pretty okay with staying still for long enough. Okay, don't really trust it, but I'm going to go ahead and move on with it anyway. Move on with my customizations anyway. So, I'm going to just add one more flip and switch. Add it to here. Set it to control. And it will output W, and it will be on all. This way. Should be able to, first off, there we go. Focusing on. I should have lined it in the center so that it would have had like a 1x1 block spot. I could have done that. That would have made things way easier. Would have just been in a little tube. There we go. So, if I hit control, and my only objective is simply now keep the actual vehicle on the road. I can divert quicker. Okay. And you guys definitely gonna be thankful for that control key thing that I just added. A good second here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why? Why must I suffer like this? Okay. Okay, so now that that's happened, at least I can actually approach this from a little more stable position. Can does not mean will, though. But I will try. Oh. BS in our favor today. Let's go. Slingshotting for the win. All roads lead to grappling hooks. Even the roads lead to grappling hooks. Ignorant of personal preference and what I was trying to do. Eventually I will learn this lesson. It'll take a good long while. And a whole lot of patience, but I will eventually learn this lesson. Gosh, the actual weight of the heavy dense matter crap is actually shifting where I'm turning. Because it's not centered. Hey, it seems to want to be centered right now. There we go. Just around its way. Be careful, I'm actually catching speed here. Not too much speed, so I can probably still cruise control. Oh, it's about to drop. Okay, thank you for that. Yes, I got it. It's fast and flush, fast when I should be screaming. I'll think and stop soon. Trust me, I just want this one thing handled by now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost there. I'd literally just solidify his position. This would be way less of a struggle. But I was like, but what if I can't get it in there? Like, I think I can get it. A little bit more of a pain. Okay. Thankfully, it's all downhill from here. Unfortunately, it's all downhill from here, though. So, one end, yeah, thankfully, it's all downhill from here. But also, unfortunately, it's all downhill from here. All at the same time. I'm so glad that that happened there. And not somewhere worse. That could have been bad. Thankfully, that isn't the worst fall I've had this stinking session so far. And the spike traction seems to be functioning on the snow as well, which is really great. I'm gonna peek the mic with my coughing. Coughing, not coughing. Coughing's what I'm driving. Okay. I should work my way slowly around. Thankfully, this car will figure out how to do that. Thankfully, the spiked wheels are nice and wide, so this should be nice and quick. Okay. Just in case it feels tempted to make things go wrong. There we go. all that time making sure that it's just right. I'm going to get usurped last minute. Okay, so now we got extra large fuel tanks. I don't think there's anything new. Nope. But now that we do have extra large fuel tanks, I would like to see them in comparison. Yeah, I think they'll fit just fine. Oh yeah. So, fuel tank 720. Can I load 4 of them? Yep. So I can have 4 now. And all I need to do is just copy that. And I think that actually, because of how this is, I probably want a few more either auxiliary or primary thrusters, actually, in this case. This is way cheaper, though. 3 of them would be 320. Okay, so, like... So ignoring that these are way more modular to just add. Oh yeah. This is what we want. That is just beautiful. Oh yeah. Barely even tapped into the actual supply. Oh, perfecto. Other than that, I don't think there's anything. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna have to either deliver the magnet for the sphere dispenser, or deliver the paint for the gravity dispenser, or the anti-gravity device, which would probably be the simplest. If I see that, yeah, I could even just stick it in the cup holder and just drive there. I think, maybe. Heck, you know, we felt like it. I'm before any further, yeah, I'm updating that. Heck, because of how this is. More fuel! But actually what I was about to do was copy that and then I forgot. But what I can do here. Maybe if we... Like, because I'm just trying to pick this up, I'm not really trying to carry it. Of course, we're not going to update this at all, because we don't want that to change. But... I think I could still even go with this. Just not fully extended. I believe that this is a NAT system, so if I check control, I put P2. If I check this thing, track P2, that's P1. P1, track P2. Then all I need to do is, where is it? 45 degree. I believe that should be correct. Yeah. I'm being way overconfident right now. I probably will not succeed here. I probably should just put one on the head. But what if it works? Where's the gods? There it is. I still got blocked by that stupid thing. And I still don't have enough faith for it. Aw, man. I had high hopes. Maybe that was my problem. My hopes were too high. Like, how big is it? You know what? That's actually a pretty good idea. If at first you don't succeed, do what already works. Do that. Wait, no, I don't need to do that. Maybe I do. But like, if I, for instance, get out these, it'd be nice if there was like a 90-degree bend like that. That's just not usually stick though. How expensive are they? I'm not excited at that. And all I need. That. Then what I need to do is I need to set control. Actually, you know what? Send, perfect. I just gotta doop, happy. Oh, come on. I almost had it. But I was on the wrong mode. Oh, my worst nightmare is my own inability to just control my own flippin' drone. That was just painful. So sad right now. Should be working way better. And this wouldn't be so much of a problem if I was using kinematics instead of linear actuators. Got it? I almost had it. Momentum is not on our side. What? Fortunately, I don't need momentum to get my job done. I just need a little bit of not doing that. What the crap was that? I forgot to let that go. Get 1 meter above. wasted half my fuel just doing that for no good reason. Sads. How does this keep on happening? What in the world is going on here? Why can't I go up? There we go. What the? What in the world? Okay, so it definitely does not want me whatsoever to do that. Okay. That is not something that this game wants you to be able to accomplish. I'm just gonna do is I cannot transport this in under 6 minutes, 10 kilometers without thinking. Drone. At a far better health situation. That's kind of the funny thing about this. I guess that's technically a thing I could do. That might help with balance. And then I can pick the medium fuel tanks on top of the existing ones. If that help. And also, I guess... I mean... that might be something. I got a 30-degree bend here. Degree bend here. 30-degree bend here that I put. 30-degree bend here that I put. And then I could forklift those in for better grip. Although at that point I do question why not just if I'm gonna be this kind of dingus. To like try and get this to function. I don't think that this has enough to do that. You know. I have enough of these. I don't know how, you know, that's not a good idea either. I think. And there's also this. Try also this. And that. Put this. How about that? Actually, no. No, I don't like that. If I do 45. What's this? That. No. Close, but not quite. It would definitely still need to be a 30-degree bend. Where's the 30-degree bend? Ignorant of personal preference. And then I could also use this, hopefully, to try and balance out the exterior. With a little bit of help. Maybe I could use it, yeah, or maybe I could admit that this might be a 45. Yeah, that looks the best option of them all. Okay. I'd say that's about as good as I'm gonna get for a while, so... Hey! Like or dislike as you will, if subscribe, welcome to the ride. Don't die, it's no fun, and also, yeah, I'm gonna have to continue this later, so I'm gonna do it to be continued right about here. To be continued. Yay!